The Big House was a project supported by the European Regional Development Fund. So we started work in 2014 on a research project, and that became the basis for a funding bid in 2015. The project was secured and funded from 2016 for 3 years. After 3 years, we won funding for another 3 years, which actually turned into 3.5 years. So we had 6.5 years in total to deliver the Big House project. That was £7.5 million in funding, and we supported about 2,800 small businesses. What was really interesting about the Big House was the concept of the Big House. It was never a house, so there was never a building, there was never a physical presence. It was really all about the partners, the partnership, the relationships, and the way that we supported businesses, whether they were early stage businesses, startups, or students and other people thinking about starting a business. And the idea was that the house was open and that they could join us on the ground floor. And then as they progressed, or as we supported more mature businesses, that we could support them through the middle floor. And then those that were really going places, we could support through the attic, or as I quite liked to think of it, the great glass lift that could elevate them off and set them off into a new world.
We stuck to our guns in what we do best, and that's pre-starts and new start business support. So that tied in really nice with the other delivery providers because their specialisms were in other areas. So for example, the Quad in Derby was very much around the theatre scene, and obviously Nottingham Trent University was very much around the leadership and growth activity. So it worked really well in terms of like everybody being able to participate.
For us, the networking and the collaboration element of being part of the Big House, it's been a success on lots of different levels. For us personally, in our growth, and also the growth of the businesses, but we've met lots of different people that have mentored us along the way, and the knowledge that we've gained has allowed us to then mentor people. When we applied for the Innovate UK funding, actually Frances of Nightingale, she knew of it because she does lots of grant applications. She contacted us and said, I was here, I mentored you in one of these courses, really liked the research that you were hoping to do. Would you like to apply together as this collaboration? So of course we said, yeah, it sounded really interesting. The experience that Frances brought as that collaborator was invaluable. I'm sure that's the reason that we did have a successful application this time. We certainly wouldn't be where we are by now if we hadn't had the Big House working with us.
The first grant we got for our whole business was from the Big House, so which is like great because without that funding we will not be able to start the business. So that was the catalyst. So starting up the whole technology and all these things, I was able to hire a programmer and then do the coding and then make all these things at the initial stage with that grant funding. At the same time, I got personal support, advice and all these things from all the team members who were part of that whole program. We started with maybe a few £100 turnover, and then right now we were grown into getting recognition from national bodies and international bodies, and now we have customers from US to Europe to all different parts of the world. A lot of people are using our technology, so it's a huge growth from that start to right now.
Because of such success on the original programme, we actually saw the benefit of creative businesses, of supporting them, seeing them grow, and it left a gap in the marketplace after that project finished.
The partnership was successful in bidding for a new programme, so we've now become Create Growth Nottingham and Nottinghamshire, or CGN2, which is a project funded by the Department for Culture, Media and Sport. And so far it's all going well because it's built on the foundations of the Big House.